So, hey guys, Chauzu here. Today I thought I'd talk a bit about the skulls you need to Super Evolve Gear 5. This has been a very hot topic event recently. This is one of those cases where regular players are not really complaining because most regulars will have done the effort to get the skulls to Super Evolve Gear 5 into 6+, while more casual players or newcomers are like kind of returning now for the hype for the 6+ and realizing, oh, I can't Super Evolve him, this is BS basically. So I'll say that I can both sympathize and not sympathize with that. But I also feel like Bandai kind of effed up with this, especially if we compare with old major Super Evolutions for Super Sugofest exclusives. But yeah, as for getting the skulls, I actually have some extra lying around because we were able to get 8 skulls in total, so that's pretty good since you need 5. So I have 2 left. This means I missed 1 skull. I think it was in Kizuna. The last Kizuna, I didn't do enough. But basically we were able to get 2 skulls from Pirate King Adventures, the last 2 ones. 2 skulls from the 2 last Grand Party. 2 skulls from the 2 last Treasure Map. And 2 skulls from the 2 last Kizuna. 8 in total, we need 5. And yeah, I think for any regular that is definitely achievable. Like, I'd say that PKA is pretty free, everybody should have been able to get those skulls. TM is also free, you needed like 2 or 3 million points, and I know some people don't want to grind those points, but it's still free. Like, if you skip that, that's basically on you. So the main issues can be Grand Party and Kizuna, and I said I did missing Kizuna. Usually I will not, like last Kizuna is basically the only OPTC event I basically skipped since starting playing. I was sick and busy with work, so I let my alliance carry me. I still was able to get everything except for the skulls, so I was pretty lucky. And well, like, yeah, if I knew that skull was super important, I would have spent some resources too to try and get it, but I knew that I could miss it, so I was fine with it. But yeah, Kizuna can be an issue, especially for beginners who don't really know how to play, who doesn't have a good alliance to help you. Definitely an issue. And Grand Party also an issue, since you need like 9 wins, I think, and that's huge for a lot of people. Many people are awful at PvP, not for their own fault, it's just that, what to say, like, either they are new or they haven't had the time to develop their box for PvP. Like, dupes are pretty important for PvP and getting the right Super Sugos, stuff like that. So it can be painful in Grand Party to even get 9 wins for quite a while until you've been able to master the mode. So I can definitely sympathize with that. So I feel like most people should definitely been able to get 5, even if you didn't get any from Grand Party. But the question after that is that reasonable? Like, should that be the only way we got the skulls? And another question should be, should there have been 5 skulls we need? Like, if we look back, like, I'm going to compare with the 2 recent big note that Super Sugofest exclusive 6+, which is Yamato. I still have skulls for Yamato since I evolve and de-evolve regularly. Same with the Utas. So we're going to talk about Uta 2, specifically the first 6+. Like, if we look at Yamato, I currently have 2 of the 6+, should de-evolve one of them. But yeah, I guess we'll de-evolve this once we can evolve it to see how many skulls we need. But yeah, this is something I do often with Yamato and Uta, evolve and de-evolve. But yeah, let's see now. And yeah, as you see with Yamato, we just needed one skull. So when Yamato 6 Plus debuted, it was very similar to 6 Plus Gear 5 Luffy. It was during the OG release of 6-star Yamato. A few weeks later we got the 6 Plus. But here we didn't have to farm the skulls. On the release of 6 Plus Yamato, we were sent a skull for free. Everybody could evolve. And then we could buy dupes in the Raid Bazaar. So I bought as many as I could. We could buy 100, and as you've seen, I've used quite a few of them, so no regrets, and I will keep using these skulls. And as for Uta of course has a 6 plus now, but that happened later, so I always try to keep one of each for Uta. But Uta, bit similar, bit different. Like Uta requires 5 skulls, but as you see, I have a lot of skulls, but these were also released together when Uta got her 6 Plus, which was a few weeks after release. And we were able to buy these from the Raid Bazaar later. And as you see, I have hundreds of extra now, and I've already used them quite a bit. I move the Utas around quite a bit, depending on who I want to have highly invested for an event and such. So for those 6 Plus, we didn't really get many complaints on how to evolve them. Of course, EAP had a lot of complaints about 6 Plus Uta in general, which is why we got a 6 Plus. But as for evolving, it wasn't an issue. But of course, with Gear 5, we got an issue. And of course, this is about both needing 5 skulls and having no way for people who have missed skulls to get them. This means just that a lot of people miss out on the hype, and yeah, I can understand that people feel salty about that. Like, I feel like it's been fair the way we've been able to get them, but at the same time, if we compare with Yamato and Uta, we didn't really have to do much. This is more comparable to recent Super Sugo 6 Plus events where we've been forced to work hard for them. But at the same time, for a big event like this, it's probably more worth it for Bandai to throw people a bone, make it easier to super evolve. I would have loved to be able to buy Luffy skulls in the Raid shop, like 100 of them, or even more. Like even in this Kizuna, like if you look at my Luffys, I decided long term, I prefer to have the 6 Plus highly invested, both for Grand Party and PvE. But for this Kizuna, for example, a few times I've been thinking, oh, I wish my 6-star Luffy was the higher invested one. So I would love to be able to swap, but due to doing it like this, I am not able to do that. So I would have definitely preferred a Yamato or Uta-like release, but it is what it is. So personally speaking, I'm totally fine with how they handle the 6 Plus, but I would have preferred if they handled it another way. And I think the community will have as well, at least the part of the community that I don't interact with a lot, like the more casual players or the beginners. So yeah, that's my take on the 6 Plus Gear 5 skulls. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. See you next time.